Happy AAPI month, Asian American Pacific Islander month, the wonderful month of May. Today, we have a fun AAPI themed video. PJ, this is a basketball channel. What do you have to say about Filipinos' favorite sport and all the wonderful Asians that are a part of it?
Well, I love the Filipinos because I am Filipino myself. I know we have a basketball mural place. I don't know where it's at.
Okay.
It's somewhere in the Philippines though,
Yeah,
and
I
there's like
believe
a
you.
full documentary behind it. Like I think Jordan Clarkson was doing it. But yeah, us Filipinos love ball, and
Very
there's a
true.
lot of nice basketball courts over there. I wish we had them here.
So, like I said, shout out to Asians and also shout out to Pacific Islanders. So, today, what I have concocted, I have tracked down, I have researched, and I've put together the best AAPI starting 10 or 10-man lineup in NBA history.
Okay,
In NBA history. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to walk you and the people through this. I'll let you know what everyone is in terms of basketball position and in terms of their blood. So first off, well, the name everyone already knows, Yao Ming, big man from China, the greatest Asian basketball player in NBA history. Shout out to Yao Ming. Salute, sir. Hall of
Big
Famer.
Yao.
Hall of Famer. So he's leading the team. He's the first player.
Okay,
Second name I have. Well, this is really in any order. Just to go through all the big men. The next name I have, Jalen Williams, playing for the Oklahoma City Thunder right now. He is Vietnamese. Steven Adams is obviously an Islander. He is from New Zealand. Also playing in today's NBA. Wonderful big man. The strongest of the strong, the biggest of the big. For the sake of it, let's just assume everyone's in their prime.
yep.
The next name, the starting point guard for this team, Jeremy Lin, our wonderful Lin Sanity from China. He is American, but he's Chinese. But of course, Jeremy Lin had to be on this team. And like I said, for the sake of it, he's in his prime. We're gonna act like we're still in the insanity era, because it was a fun time. So
It was a fun time.
Jeremy Lin, starting point guard, and the next guard I have, Jordan Clarkson, still playing today.
Okay.
He could play the one or the two, whatever. Filipino. Shout out to the Filipinos, man.
Filipino, Filipino, Filipino.
And then the other guard on this team, the third guard, Jalen Green, also Filipino. The Pinoy prodigy himself. He could be the second or the third guard. It doesn't really matter. We could start him just because he has potential. Fuck it. He can be the starting two. And we have a nice selection of four different wing players that can play anywhere from 3 to 4. The first one, Rui Hachimura, Japanese, of course. Shout out to the Lakers, even though they lost. Rui did his thing a couple games. Yeah,
Couple.
Rui, I think, would start on this team for sure. And then the next name I have is Jabari Parker. Now, you might be asking yourself, what on earth is Jabari Parker to make it onto this team? Jabari Parker's mom from Tonga, an island south of Samoa. So Jabari Parker is a part of the Islander representation in the NBA.
Okay.
Now, obviously, he didn't pan out as we would have hoped for, but I think in this lineup he could still be serviceable. I think he'd probably do better in today's NBA, anyways. So Jabari
Yep.
Parker,
100%.
Jabari Parker,
Just injuries.
yeah, that's also true. Jabari Parker, one of our starting wings. Behind him, we have Yuta Watanabe, Japanese, of course, still playing. He got dunked on one time, but it's okay. It happens. He'll be a nice rotational piece off the bench. And just want to clarify, the list of Asian players is a lot bigger than the list of serviceable good Asian players. So I really was digging and looking, and I was like, I might have to throw Watanabe on there because I wasn't going to throw on some of these other names. And the last wing and the last player on this team, you could arguably move up if you wanted to. James Johnson, the guy that nobody wants to fight because he's trained in like a bunch of martial arts. James Johnson, his mother, I think his mom, is Samoan. James Johnson also filling in for that the Pacific Islander on this AAPI team. That is the 10-man lineup I've created. I thought about doing, I was trying to do a just Asian team, and then I hit a wall because I ran out of good players. So the other names I was considering, Lian, Chinese player, but he has like 18 career games or something. Zhu
Okay.
Qi also didn't play that many games. And Johnny Juzang, he's actually an undrafted player playing for the Utah Jazz right now. He's Vietnamese. I don't know how good he actually is. Like I said, he's undrafted. He hasn't played a lot, but wanted to shout him out because he's currently playing.
Which player again?
Johnny Juzang.
Johnny Juicing. My bad. I need to
You're
do
good.
some research on these players real quick.
His mom is Vietnamese. He was actually playing behind Jordan Clarkson. So
Oh,
ironically, the Utah Jazz have have the most players from their team on this list. Shout out to Utah, I guess. That's yeah. Yeah, Johnny Juzang was a name I considered having on here, but he just hasn't played enough games for me to actually know how good he is. And then honorable mention Zach Edey. He is still in college. Maybe next year when he's in the NBA, we can see how good he is. But if we were doing Asian only team, I'd probably throw Zach Edey on there. He is Chinese. But yeah,
didn't even know that.
just
All
barely
right.
missed it. Just barely missed it. But I do
Hey, can I
like.
give a shout out
Go ahead.
to a Filipino player?
Oh yeah.
There's one guy. I saw this guy on. I think I was watching a Warriors game, and then because he played for the Warriors, and then they gave him like a standing ovation.
Yeah.
I was like, Filipino American player. How come I don't know about this guy? No one talks about him in Filipino history. His name is Raymond Townsend. He
Okay.
played, I think, 2 years for the Warriors. He
Okay,
played two
Raymond.
years for the Warriors as a shooting guard, and he's 6'3". But he played in like the late 70s and 80s, like the first
Okay.
Filipino player to ever appear in the NBA. Shout out to him,
Shout out to him,
my
man.
Filipino brother.
Also, shout out to Kai
Well,
Soto. Shout out to Kai Soto. Unfortunately, you have not played in the NBA, so I cannot put you on this list. But you're in our hearts, buddy. We're rooting for you.
100%.
I forgot to mention the coach, none other
Eric
Filipino,
Spoelstra.
Filipino Eric
Okay,
Spoelstra. So
okay, I
if you
like
want,
that. Oh, we win. We
if
winning.
you want to take that into account, 100%, because I was like, well, if they're playing
We
against the
winning.
team, they're also playing against the coaches, so we need a coach. Our coach is Eric Spoelstra. Now that we have our 10-man lineup, it's time for the hypothetical. We're putting this
All
team
right.
in a gauntlet against every team in the NBA, starting from the bottom, working our way up. And I'm going to ask you how far they're going to go. So I'm going to start from the worst team in the league. You're going to tell me if they can beat them. And every time you
All
say
right.
yes, we're going up to the next team. All right? Let's see
Let's
how far
go.
this
Let's
team can
go.
go.
I'm ready for this shit. If you believe it, I believe it. So we're gonna believe in beating them.
When have I ever
We got
not
them. We got the number one.
when have I ever not believed in our fellow Asians and Pacific Islanders? Always be number one to me. And there you have it. AAPI team would be your NBA champion this year in the NBA. Give it up for all the Asians, for all the Islanders. We love y'all. We're always rooting for y'all. If you're Asian, if you're an Islander, thank you so much. If you're not, thank you for supporting us since we are Asian.
Thank you for supporting us.
Go support all
As of
your.
right now, I'm putting up all these players on a 2K team. I took off the Toronto Raptors and I'm replacing them with our Asian team right here.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to see how far we go. And if we make it to the playoffs, I'll probably say it on the podcast. If we don't, and we're absolutely wrong, then shit.
Hey, support all the Asians you know. Support your local Asian or local Islander businesses, man. This is AAPI month. We're here to represent. Shout out to all of you out there. Thank you again for watching, for supporting us, Asian folks. BJ, you got any closing remarks on this wonderful wonderful month for this wonderful episode.
Again, I said this in the last video. Today's May the 4th, so may the 4th be with you.
And be hilarious when this gets uploaded in like 2 weeks. It's like
Oh,
like
okay.
May 17th. But anyways, subscribe if you enjoyed. Subscribe for playoff content. Subscribe for off-season content and draft content. We're doing all of the above on this channel right here, Hooper Soul Podcast. I'm Jacob, my lovely host, PJ. We are Asians. We'll see you later. Peace.
Peace.